Hey, what's up, YouTube? How's it going? Um, so I was scrolling through Instagram and YouTube, and I noticed there was like a trend. There's like a trend of these, realistic AI videos, and particularly those of, certain dead people. One, including Chris Benoit, which got me thinking about, the Chris Benoit situation. I mean, I know there's countless of videos. I mean, I'm talking about like if there's like a Mount Rushmore of topics in the wrestling community. One would be the Chris Benoit situation and how there was a wrestling before and after Chris Benoit. And the Chris Benoit situation happened like what? It's about to be like close to 20 years and 18 years, and I'm going to get to that. And also the Montreal screw job happens like I swear. And what like the finger poke of doom, things like that. But yeah, Chris Benoit. So I remember when that happened, and me, I was like so young. I was so young, but I remember there was like it was two situations. So I was watching wrestling. I think it was Raw ECW. It was one of those brands. I remember Chris Benoit getting drafted to ECW, and he was going to challenge for the ECW championship. And I also remember Vince McMahon, the character Vince McMahon. He, you know, uh, kayfabe. I think that's the one where it's like the acting. But yeah, kayfabe. He passed away. Kayfabe, and me, like, number one, I was kind of scared. I was freaked out. I was like, man, did that guy just get killed? Like, I remember the limousine blowing up. I was like, man, did he get killed? And keep in mind, I'm like probably like 9 to 10 years old at the time. And then sooner or later, it was what happened? What happened? And then sooner or later, I think it was like a week or two later, I was watching wrestling, and I noticed there was no like show going on, but it was like a tribute. And I saw Vince McMahon just standing. I was like, wait, is is he still there or something like that? Like, is he still alive? And I also remember them talking about Chris Benoit. I was like, oh man, I think Chris Benoit, died. Now, this is the thing about Chris Benoit. I remember when he had a feud with MVP. Me, I was never really the biggest Chris Benoit fan. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like he's a bad wrestler or anything. It's just that he just wasn't my guy. Like, I always found him kind of boring. But I do know like a lot of people in the wrestling community, they like him. And looking back at it, he was a good wrestler. He just wasn't my guy. Like, I could never get behind him. But yeah, Chris Benoit, these realistic AI videos, like, wow, I don't know, that's just amazing. But yeah, stay tuned. Peace.